I saw him on King's Row last week doing mad headshots, whereas he always says just body shots. But I'm excited to see Exto Gaming here. I haven't had the privilege of casting these guys. So whoever's playing Diva, P-less, I apologize in advance because seems like one difficult name to pronounce. But here we go. 10 seconds on the clock. Round 1 of Lee Jung Tower. Let's get into it. Actual news guy.
Yeah. And getting started here in just a second, guys. Showing actually with the triple, no triple tank. They're gonna be going with the Pharah. No pharmacy. Never mind. As I say that, Kyra.
Caster's curse.
Yep. Yes, sir. And it strikes again. Both gonna be running that Pharah. Ooh, Demigod taking one there. Yeah, Kristoff trying to find up in the top. Tub and company trying to push kind of around here, rotate on a point here in just a second. I'm certain.
Ooh.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, big pick here coming on to Pulse. Probably see a big boop coming on there. Headshots coming on to Demigod too. Phil and company getting it started here on.
Kyra getting the rev just onto Demigod, getting back in the sky, but Kristoff is going to be a bit of trouble if he does manage to get his sights set on them. And none of the points, realizing it was open. There we go.
Yeah, another big boop, and Phil takes out his counterpart there. Kyra goes and resets with team.
Indeed. It's hard to say. Both these teams running such a similar combination. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, really, right?
India, so it's just a battle of skills.
Yeah, this is almost an exact mirror comp, except Demigod over on the Genji now. Yeah, Cascade kind of pushing around, rotating around the backside, taking White Room, trying to push in through there. Kyra was very close to that Valkyrie.
Both would make this play in the angles. Rocket Barrage sneaking behind, not one. Double kill before being shut down. Twice sleep tight.
Yeah. Call that a two birds, one stone, right up in the sky. Demigod falling here. Big res. Big res there, Phil. Exo Gaming up to 6. And we'll continue on with the puns as much as we can.
They come back, they get the Valkyrie going, but that's it. Phil, I'm gonna say Phyllis here. I think that rolls off the tongue a little better. We can see it come around Cascade grouping up together. It's really basically comms being like a long range sort of skirmishing comp. They're not really committing as much in close quarters combat.
Yeah, both Valkyries coming out here. Exo is up to about 6. Struck over. Not gonna find anything. Falling to his counterpart, Zephyr and company trying to get it going here. Kyra with a nasty res up there in the middle. Paso is now up, but yeah, it looks like Cascade's gonna be really playing from the behind here. Yeah, they only got 2 here. Exo is still up, 75% now.
Indeed, Phil doing marvelous work there. Just no contestant whatsoever, but Zitzel hasn't got his sights set on him. Maybe if you focused on taking him out of the sky, it seems like the rest of Cascade might have it a little bit easier, but it's not over till the Fat Lady sings. Say Cascade do have a lot of ultimates on the board, including Demigod. Kind of close to that blade, so if they work their way on the point, they can certainly take it if they focus down there.
We're going to see a barrage from Phil here soon. Ooh, big monkey ult onto the Mercy. Take out Cascade. There's that. Justice is raining, not going to find any. Phil and Paso both down here. Sham taking out Demigod. Cascade is very close to taking this one. Still fighting hard. Yep, there you go. They take it. Good job, Zetzel. Taking out the Winston there in the end. Going up to 3-4% here against Exos at 99.
Maybe you just had to adjust a few. Maybe you have to just adjust a few dials on his scope. Maybe he had zeroed in. And now he's managing to get those picks that he really needs. Pulsix does have the Transcendence and Phyllis with the Diva Bomb, but nothing really else to open up for Exo Gaming. But nevertheless, it's been a backwards and forwards match between these two guys, especially. But Phil is on the Genji now. It seems like he's matching what Demigod did.
Yeah. Exo pushing on in here, but Paso is gonna be the one who 6 here. First right here, trying to find something. He does. Phil falling, gonna be one down for Exo. Their damage capability is kind of mitigated here as Zeph falling on the point, trying to contest and get as much of this as they can. Demigod now back. Pulsix falling. That is a good start here for Cascade. As is Zetzel's pick on the tub here, that's gonna be pretty good for them. They're trying to hold on here, but Paso's gonna fall to some really good diva play. Yeah, Pub cleaning up multiple here. Zetzel getting booped off the end. They're gonna see a little bit of a contest here. I'm not sure if Zeph is gonna be enough though. Self-destruct coming on out. Yeah, that's gonna be blocked off by that bomb there. Exo. Oh, big pulse time there. Good job by both this Tracer with that bomb and the Winston getting on in there. Paso's down there, but they're trying to stall this out as long as they can, try and get on back. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to come out. Yeah, Blade coming out in the end. Zephyr not able to get there in the second.
Good first round by Exeter there. A lot of the Cascade and Exeter gaming, they like, I have a Genji. Now I want a Genji. You got a Tracer? Now I want a Tracer. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, almost like siblings here playing with the characters that that their siblings are picking. Like, they weren't interested until the sibling had, right?
Yeah. A big couple of
Very
shifts
interesting
for Cascade, spicing up. Maybe trying to find some new ground to work with Demigod now, switching over the Brigitte. Maybe get the shield bash off onto Kristoff. Seemed like he was doing a bit of trouble, especially with that pulse bomb onto Astro. And Zetzel trading it in, maybe going for get some high energy instead of high headshots. But
yeah, exactly.
Let's see what happens.
Exesto choosing to go, Exto's Sky and a dive comp. Other than that, Cascade going with the Goats comp. Always a popular one here now. Kairo's already up to about 30% here. Ooh, that might have been. Oh, that was almost a big boop.
Well,
but he was able to get it back up here. Points unlocking about 7 seconds, guys. Phil is already up to 85 on that barrage. We'll see that any second here. Maybe even first fight. Actually, kind of fighting a little bit apart here. Dive coming in to try and section this off. Ooh, Phil finds a big one here. Kairo main healer down for Cascade. Those Moira spray is not going to be used on this one. Phil getting a big res here. First off, with a tracer bomb already. Paso doing what Paso does, just swinging away here, taking out tanks. And now there's one more for him to take care of. Ooh, nope, not going to be that easy, though. Sham not giving up that easy, up to 1,000 on that monkey. And Lucio's up here as well. Ooh, I'm getting taken out there.
For him with that environmental kill, Tugboat.
Yeah, right? That was a big one off the Reinhardt. Oh, his grab coming out, but it looks like it's only going to be Zetzel up there. Now it's a little Divo Zarya. Ooh, big boop by Phil. Taking out the tank there at the end. Zeppa's going to be taking out Pulse. While he was doing that, so that's the main healer now down for Exto. Phil falling. Big boop on a Demigod. Always a hard one to take out. Nobody has taken this point yet, guys. Cascade is now here mostly on top. You're going to see they have several ultimates here. Tub just going on back to reset with team.
Yeah, we saw both the tanks from Cascade doing work there, especially Peso and Zephyr saying no, you're not going anywhere with that res pulsix, and then saying no to Phil, killing him as well. So this guy's doing a really good job on tank. But initially they both preferred to fight under the stars than rather inside the temple and cap the point. But they got there eventually.
Ooh, Kairo falling again here, kind of early by Phil, and some damage boosted rockets in the back. Oh, big charge coming on there, nice one. Phil with another barrage already, guys. Self-destruct coming on the back is going to find Kristoff now that he is playing onto that Junkrat here. Sound barrier coming out for Cascade, trying to keep it on alive here. They do have that coalescence, and here it comes, trying to keep everybody up. Cascade is taking a lot of damage, though. Zephyr fall a little bit low here. Self-destruct coming out, finding two big ones, the big two healers for Cascade here. Shatter coming out. They're trying to keep this one alive here. They find Sham in the end. Sound barrier coming out by Exo, but that's only going to get the Lucio and the Diva. Phil's just melted here in the back, instantly taken out of this life. Done. Tub is still here trying to contest. He just goes off, resets with team. 9% for Cascade. No ultimates on the board though, especially now that Sham changes.
We noticed that without Sham switching for that Reinhardt, we saw when that Div one was dropped on point, those guys were frantically seeking cover. They just couldn't even get behind the poles, managing to take two of them down. So I think that maybe that's what inspired Sham to switch it up to the Reinhardt. Maybe you saw the shadows as well. Maybe I want some of that action. Count me in. Phil's with the shield bash. Doesn't manage to connect.
Sham and company up here. They're going on it. Ooh. Oh, that charge was so close by Paso. He had way back. Falls after that charge, though. Both main tanks down here. Reinhardt on Reinhardt. None to be found. Demi also down, taken out by his counterpart. Phil finding a lot of value in that Brigitte already here. Now Exo does have that self-destruct grab coming out here. That's got all of Exo, but they take this point as Cascade falls, going up 3-4% against Cascade's 99.
Both these teams love brawling off the point in that stairwell or out under the starry night. Either or, they don't seem to go straight onto it. Both the teams backwards and forwards with the Reinhardt. Here comes another. We're seeing a lot of pins these games, at least attempting to go for that.
Coalescence. Yeah, they're doing a great job of focusing that Brigade, the job of shielding herself with her field, but Cascade's on point, and they're very close to taking it now. Yeah, Exo falling back over here, not wanting this to fall. Self-destruct coming out. not going to find anything there. Big grab. It's only going to get a couple members of Cascade into it. There you go. Demigod now pulling that rally. It looks like Cascade's going to be on top here. Ooh, they take it in overtime. Half of Exto down, it looks like. Big charge almost completely boops off the Brigade. It's just going to be Phil by himself. That's going to be it. Exto trying to get back in here. Big shatter on all of Cascade except for Zephyr. He does a great job of coming on back here, melting down Sham and Pulsix both. Cascade taken second. 1-1 on Lijiang Tower.
Indeed, it's
another
good to
big
get a
charge in the end.
Yeah, a lot of Reinhardt gameplay that's really anticipating, well, exciting to watch. We saw we can get a shatter on the whole team, but it's hard to kill them. They're just going to get back on their feet and wipe you out. Yet again, look, Christoph taking a page from Zedzal. Both these teams, they like what the other person's playing, and then they decide to pick it for themselves. Something appears to be working 1 for 1. But who's going to seal the deal on Lijiang? I saw Zedzal as well, who's quite high charge considering they didn't have a Junkrat, a Reaper, or anything like that. I think he was absorbing a lot of the micro rockets coming out from Phyllis there, which is good.
Yeah, and turning into positive, effect for Cascade, right? Every single one of those charges up that Zarya laser that can just gonna come through and melt down pills on the D.Va and stuff. Defense make sure can't eat that one. Exo taking it right to Cascade here. Cascade forced to come back a little bit. Yeah, they're both running a mirror goats comp here. Sham's gonna be the first one who follows though. Demigod finding that one and another one here. Main healer and main tank now. Demigod is rolling. So that's all. Finds a couple of his own. But that's going to be almost a full team kill. That is going to be a full team kill against Exo to start this game with Cascade with very dominant take.
The hopes and dreams of Exto Gambling, I was amped for that energy they had going down that corridor. The runs bumping into each other, I thought they had it, especially how aggressive and the momentum they had behind it. But Cascade just took it. Nope, just turned around, put it right back in their face.
Ooh. Big charge, but some great bubble management by Cascade. Zarya here, Cham. Oh, this fight done already. They got 4 of them with a big old Gravitron, almost a full team wipe again. Yep, that's going to be a full team KO. Whew. Cascade has 2 ultimates on the board between the Moira Coalescence, a very offensive and defensive ultimate, a great mixture of the two. Yeah. Sound Barrier will be on the board very soon. Sham is going to be the only one able to answer as of right now with that. Now they do have the Coalescence here.
Both of these teams, even with the pins, if they get a squishy, they both seem to have good bubble management, which is able to keep that. Look, see then? Demigod got the shield
big
bash
charge.
onto Sham, but nothing.
Sham has this shatter here. Pulse. Oh my god. Paso is going crazy in the back line. Christopher falling here. They're not going to have to invest any more ultimates. It looks like Demigod might have made a little bit of mistake there. Paso not. Oof. Cascade taking all the way up here to take him out. Ooh, tough with a big boop. Good job. That's Astro will be back any second though. That's not Lucio, not that bad. But Exo, look at this.
Astro
Good God,
with no defensive ultimate. This is good. Exto Gaming, just one Graviton Surge and no defensive ultimate is going to be big trouble for Cascade if they time a road.
Big shatter coming through. Oh, but Gravitron answered onto them. Self-destruct coming over the top. Dines 2 there. Very good job by Phyllis here. Flies here. We'll call it Flies. Phil falling here, but Cascade's going up. 81, 82%. Coalescence trying to take out this main tank here. Big charge continuing on here with the trend. Sam taken down, but Pasto is trying to get back to team here. Big shatter, another one. Jeez, Reese does find the Zarya here. Only going to be it. Sound Barrier coming out for Exo. Sound Barrier coming out for both teams here, as is the Coalescence for Kairu onto Cascade. Not going to be enough for Zephyr, though. Self-destruct coming over the top. Oh, barely blocked off. That almost landed right on top of Pasto's head. They do have this rally. I'm not sure if they're going to pull it, though. They're up 99-0.
I think that Junkrat is going to push them off point and they're not going to be able to see the deal just yet. 99-0 there. A 1 strong retake. That Graviton Surge is just around the corner with that D.Va bomb. So we saw Exto manage to get a double, so if they get a double as well, and it's 99. If they take 2 members out, it's going to be a steamroller. Can they get it? Unless a good stagger, they end up from Tub Cook and then back in time. But I think Cascade with the ultimates they got on the board, just they need to get 1 clean sweep.
Yeah.
Can be all theirs.
There it is, followed up by the Riptire. That's going to be going right in the middle of that one. 2 big ones there, both tanks down for Cascade. That team fight done before it even starts. Extra going up to 25, 26%.
2 ultimates for a reset. Yeah, both the teams, as soon as they get their opposition to the gate, they lock them out. We saw Cascade do it to Exto, and now Exto returning the favor. But they come back with speed.
and the Vengeance here. Just taking that fight right to them here. Oh, crap coming out over Cascade. Followed up by the Shatter. Self-destruct on the point. Finds 4 of them here. Somebody clip that up and finding the Demon Mech as well. Exo getting TP themselves. Cascade going to be taking this. On overtime here, they have to rally. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're definitely going to be back there. Okay. Ooh. Solid little finish up there. Cascade taking the first point in this best of 4 match. Rise Up Invitational. I believe this is round 5, match 2.
Match 2, that's the one.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
let's definitely watch this one again. Ooh.
No team required, Togbo.
Oh. I'm sorry?
No team required for that.
Yeah, seriously, right? I mean, yeah, right. That was some great ultimates set up there, but great job by that diva for finding the pocket there and realizing where she could place that to get all the members on the other team. Very good job.
But I think Zephyr's got to give a little credit to Paso. Just
with the Shatter.
The Shatters we're seeing from both teams and the pins as well. Absolutely insane. This is some of the best Reinhardt I've frankly seen out there all the
the Ryan charges, right? Yeah, the Ryan charge is consistently finding somebody and being supported by the Zarya. Both things obviously being really good and then not be supported, right? And just charge in just to trade 1 for 1, or like say to get like a DPS when your main tank is down, right? Going to be moving on over to here. Exo is going to get the choice of map, and it looks like they might be picking Rialto. WP. Yep. Oh. Watchpoint Gibraltar. Pure payload. Quintessential Overwatch, fellas. Yeah, I love Watchpoint Gibraltar. I think Route 66 is probably my. I like Rialto too, man. I like Rialto too. Rialto's very picturesque, but then as is Watchpoint Gibraltar's in most of the Overwatch maps, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know.
But why do you like Route 66? Just remind you of home, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah, and. Through the Midwest, out on Route 66, big old road that was made back in mid 1900s, something like that.
Maybe pop into one of those diners, get some of that pulled pork combo you're always talking about, Tugbo.
The pulled pork combo, right? Those other road barbecue places are always the best. If you ever come to the States, don't you miss one. I actually have this problem where I cannot pass a taco truck without stopping, and that trend is actually continued on with this trip down to down home to Charleston for the weekend. Every time I pass one.
You probably could like the payload. It might not go anywhere.
There you go. Right. It's not a problem. I'm really. Whereas there's been a few complaints about payloads not moving into Overwatch this time.
Yeah. I'm a little upset though, Tugboat. Neither of these teams seem to be a big fan of the hit scan. No Soldier 76, no McCree. They like their explosive damage though. They like the fire and the Junkrat. Maybe it's just not good enough for them.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, right. They're neglecting 76, the McCree.
Yeah.
They are. Both teams can be showing this Widowmaker though, and Watchpoint Gibraltar certainly is a good place for it. Very, very conducive to dive comps, which so far both teams are showing. I would be very surprised if Full 6 stayed on the Bastion.
I'd love to see it. Like, I'm yet to see an attack Bastion, but it's always a good laugh. Kyra in the backline there, as always, as we spoke with the previous game, if their supports all the way back there go unaddressed, then it's going to be a problem. But with a Winston, a Diva, and a Genji, I don't think there's going to be a problem whatsoever. But
Kyra is really far back there, right?
Yeah, but that makes him open to Kristoff on Widowmaker. But Zizol might get him in his sights first, and pop some heads as we've seen before on King's Row. Coming out strong over the top. Cascade hiding in the little corner, see what they can get.
Choosing to fight through the top part by Blue Bot here. Engagement disengaged. Top gonna drop down onto Exo once they get a little bit closer. Widowmaker do one-on-one going on here. Zetzel in the back trying to find it.
Phil trying
up
to climb up.
47% now. Wow.
He's not liking that Tesla cannon, so just jump back down. Both teams put quite impressive approach before they decided where to go in. Rocket punch not landing exactly. It's not taking off anytime soon. That reflecting out top. Both teams playing very conservative yet. No managing to get a pick on you. No first blood yet.
Defense deciding to come on down here. Ooh, Sham does fall. Some well-placed Widowmaker shots make that one possible. Cascade gonna be up to a full 6. And
Seems like
Tub
Zetzel
does have that res, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to get there in time, right?
seems like Zetzel cleaned him up like a sham wow, huh?
Hey yo, I love it. Another great American invention. You know that guy got like. Never mind. We're not going to talk about what the guy got arrested for. If you feel like it, look it up. It was kind of weird. Cascade choosing to hold up here in the top. Well, I'll tell you later. It is pretty weird. Exo, yeah, trying to get something going over the top, but Cascade, like our good friend Obi-Wan, learned about the high ground and how not to contest it. Anakin. Exo coming over the back here. This, another Winston falling here, kind of early, being the main tank down. Ooh, Exo getting deleted here. Cascade's Cascade on the defense here, holding very well. Demigod continuing to find Doomfist value like we have seen all match so far. Cascade has 6 ultimates.
Especially when they fly into a small room like that, you're going to be laughing your way to the bank as Doomfist.
Yeah, a boxer like Doomfist really just absolutely flourishes in close combat, right? He has every ability, gives him some sort of mobility, right?
Oh, trading
mobility. The mobility abilities, one could say. There you go. Here's a takes out Zetzel in the back here with a little bit of help from his friends. Down the bottom, big anti-grenade here to take out Phil and stop that blade in its tracks. Self-destruct coming over on the side here. The attack is trying to push this along here. Exo trying to get something going, but Chris is going to fall here. Zeph is out of mech now and taken out by this primal rage. Demigod's going to be the only one really here in Transcendence answering, keeping all of Exo alive. They're a full 6.
Peso going to get top, but flying in the back of the team. It's going to be a bit of a stagger here, but Cascade coming out strong again.
Big sleep at the top to save Kairu's life here. Oh, big self-destruct though. Astro falling, Kristoff losing that Widowmaker battle, and the attacking team is really trying to get this going here. Oh, Kristoff taken out. Yep. I'll see you back in spawn room, right? Cascade only has their tanks on point here with no supports. This may not last very long.
Here comes the primal rage. Paso's not happy about them trying to get this first point. Kristoff there, just chilling back there, popping heads, no problem. But if Zephyr jumps out top and gets Pulsix and Kristoff in the backline, then they could hold it. But it's a really a matter of getting back there. But unfortunately, Kristoff making pop 2 heads, and it just seems like they're gonna get DMAC and Karu taken down, taking a bit of a nap as Zetzel grapples hooks away before he not even able to touch.
Almost able to, yeah, right. This Mercy in the doing loads of favors to Kristoff here, making sure that every one of his shots counts as much as possible. Exo Gaming now rolling. 2 minutes, 45 seconds to go, guys.
Pulsix having a fun time with the payload. Maybe deep in thought whilst he's at it. You know, Zenyatta being himself. And up the top there, being by a blade in the back of spawn. Big double, triple.
Yep, yeah, Phil is finding continued value on the Genji. Demigod in the back is not able to find that, gets down instantly. The attack is still rolling. They have 1 on, full 6 in the back. Both tank ultimates on the board, whereas Cascade does have the nano as well as the infrastrike. They'll be coming back with a self-destruct when they get their Diva respawn.
Indeed, I think the thrusters are strapped to the payload, not the rocket outside. They're just getting free mileage with this.
Yeah, this one is not slowed down hardly at all. Now seeing a little bit of contest and nano boosted monkey on the bottom.
No one's on it?
Oh, nobody's on it. Half a meter away is Zetzel and Zephyr being the only one. Self-destruct coming up over the top. Not sure if he's going to be able to get out in time. Oh, does not find anything there. Zetzel falling to his own headshot, to a Diva headshot here. Down, there you go. Cascade self-destruct is going to find one here and on the main tank of all players of Exto. Lots of pushing and shoving. Going on to point here, Zephyr taking a lot of damage very quickly, melted down here. The offense is not letting up. Zetzel again winning that Widowmaker battle. There you go. Exto taking that one 3 minutes ago on Watch Point Gibraltar, and that is a pretty good time bank, Flicks.
Indeedly doodly it is. I think maybe both the teams might benefit from maybe a Reinhardt. I wouldn't know though. I may only just a diamond player, but it seems like these headshots are working wonders for both sides. Once they get them, just the rest of the team jumps on the back, steamrolls them. We saw Phil last time with a nice clean triple kill with that blade. I'm sure he's got his hand on it, ready to pull it out. He's going for Karu, Astra, and maybe pay a visit to Zetzel as well, I'm hoping.
Yeah, got his hand on the blade, would not be surprised. Ooh. That Genji's not going to be pulling anything anytime soon. Over here, it's just... Well, yeah, there you go. Very nicely done. Taking on the main tank. And now that sniper, not going to see headshots. Kairu falling. Not going to see that no, sorry, wrong Zenyatta. Ooh, the EXO is just rolling on in here. They've melted down the previous. They're 5 meters away, 4 meters away now, 3 meters, 2, and now somebody gets on me here. Just the last second, self-destruct coming over the top. That's going to take him out. Zoning completely out. Very well done. Good job. That zoning ult used exactly as it should, right?
Indeed. Phil with the blade there, managing to catch a couple of members. And so the rest of the members of Cascade performed seppuku, just jumped off the edge, didn't want to stagger. And the Diva ult on the point with no Ryan and that bubble already wasted on that spawn door. I don't think they had much of a chance of getting on it with a very respectable time of 2 minutes, 2 seconds. But
yeah, interesting to see how much brawling was going on, and then didn't see it at all on this next map, right? Just saw very mobile tanks, and Winston played by both sides as the main tank.
Yeah, it seemed like both.
It's interesting. It's interesting.
They both seem to favor on that contestant on the Lee Jong Tower. To have those shields, you know, that have a bit of comfort with a shield to hide behind it, maybe soak up some damage. But
that's something else I want to talk about right quick. Every Winston that we have seen last match and this match has done a fantastic job of bubble management and getting that bubble right on top of this Diva mech if the Diva mech is not mobile in the air, right? Each time has done a great job. And of course, there have been self-destruct kills now, but those have pretty much always been assisted by something else, right? Or just a particularly skillful one, because we've seen multiple Diva ults come right out, get big on white and everything else like that, and then just explode right in the middle of an almost already broken shield. But of course, that shield only needs one hit point left on it to take all of that 1,000, because it's just the one burst damage from the self-destruct.
Here we go, a bit of a mirror match. Both teams holding the high ground, just minding their own business. I'm praying Demigod isn't just trolling, standing there and spawn. I would like to see this. This would be very funny.
It'd be an interesting. Yeah, it'd be a very interesting counter to the dive comp if they ran this kind of protect the president with 2 on, but doesn't look like they're going to be. Yeah, they'd be running pretty much. No, yeah, this is exact mirror comps between Cascade and Exto. Cascade have won in the series.
Both teams can't have anything for themselves. Oh.
Ooh, Zetzel wins this one. These have been going.
It's going to come back for a res.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to wish they had that one. And this upcoming team fight in Cascade is just rolling all along the bottom.
Yeah, we saw both of them. They dropped down briefly into that trench, and Zephyr getting those micro rockets on top, which is always nice. They're being a bit conservative, not pushing over on the back there, Zenyatta or the Widowmaker, which is good. But it also allows Sham to get back in time, maybe just to contest these guys. Here they come over the top, diving the backline, getting that back room like they did to them. Zetzel magic as soon as he showed his head.
2 of them.
Christoph as well.
Still just going off here. 3 members down for Exto. Now Kairu is going to fall. That is the main healer for Cascade. They're not going to really need it here. The Genji's going to be the only last contest there. Wow, yeah, that's a definitely more of a dominant first take on Watchpoint Gibraltar than we saw by Exto.
Indeed as well. Sham wasn't even close to Prime Red. There was no way he was going to jump on there and take them out. But I don't think Exto Gaming is going to go back right in their spawn and face Demigod with that play. They're too spread out. They're not going to they're not going to receive the same treatment that Cascade got there when they're pushing. It's a bit of skirmishing backwards and forwards up top. The reinforcement joining them as they get ready to roll on through. No one really jumping down onto payload. As we saw both teams really just sort of skirmishing off the point, as we saw even on the control point.
Oh, there you go. Cascade's Mercy pulling that as soon as she sees this demigod falling. Gonna definitely try and get that res off if possible. Val coming out to keep everybody alive, and now we have the blade. Phil going crazy here, guys. Trying to fill him up with damage, hacking and slashing, filling him with holes. Astra falling here, not going to be answered by a Transcendence today. Kyrie also down. Phil continuing to slash away. Jeez, taken out. His counterpart in the end. 4 minutes, 26 seconds to go.
Fortunately as well for Exto Gaming, they didn't use many ults. They just popped that blade, which is always good to have them considering 4 on the board for Cascade. Empress, I'm sure it's going to come up, but they're mostly going to hide. So if Demigod can pull out a blade,
there's one and there's 2.
Or Phil, that'll be nice to see. But it's just battle Tesla cannons going up top and bottom.
Exto trying to take it to Cascade, maybe trying to section them, finding completely as a team. Christoph, trying to find these heads is all. I know this Widowmaker is not going to take him very long. Cascade Gaming does have 3 ultimates on the board and very close to that Valk, whereas Exto only has 2. They're kind of close to the blade, but they do have the 1 tank ultimate and the Transcendence.
As they go backwards and skirmishing, we can see Exo Gaming chill in the shuttle, getting themselves together, not to be caught out by Demigod, but I'm sure Demigod, right as well as Phil, is just looking for that key opportunity for those squishy targets.
Here comes the self-destruct. Oh, nothing there. Answered instantly by the... Keep this fight going here. Demigod not going to find it there. The big res assisted by that Transcendence, a classic combination. Zetzel falling down here. Ooh, there we go.
Dash for Phil.
Ooh. Yep, not going to matter. He is going to get these picks no matter what. Taken out in the very end, but he gets his 2.
Up top, the rest of Cascade chilling behind there, looking for a way out, but Zephyr being demeched. He's probably going to kill himself, and then person might leap away.
Dinked. Yeah, instantly. Kristoff not giving him the opportunity. Oh, and there you go.
Ooh, can't res a message.
Charge about another 15 seconds for that mistake. Can't res yourself.
And the Peso's got that Primer Rage. I'm sure he's going to be looking to disrupt Kristoff, especially whilst he's got that info slide up. Demigod still hanging onto that blade, looking for a perfect opportunity that might not come. And just get a good one.
Yeah, can't hold it for all the time. Self-destruct coming on out on the bottom here. Trying to zone out a little bit because Kristoff continuing to find these on the Baby Diva of all people, too. Cascade's definitely up here with the res there, now fighting 6-2-4. Transcendence coming out by Pulse, trying to keep everybody alive here, but Monkey's not going to have any of that. Paso is continuing this on. There's the blade. Demigod finding 1. Astra falling, and now Paso and the Demigod both pulling their ultimates, finding value there. And Pulse... Plies, we'll just call him Plies. Plies getting melted down in the end. Cascade is rolling. 3 on, 1 minute, 55 seconds.
I saw there as well, Kristoff and Zitzel having a bit of a 1v1, and he took his sights off and looked at Cascade, and then Zitzel just came up behind, 1 tap to the head, so down immediately. Took his eyes off the prize.
The old 1 tap right there. Cascade coming, big headshot on here to start. Oh, another 4-4, excuse me. Res coming on out. Demigod, Cascade is up 1. They do have Transcendence, but I'm not sure if they want to pull that quite yet onto this team push. It's only half of a tenth of a meter away. Self-destruct. Ooh, finding Kairu, though. That might be the momentum that EXO needs, as is the Demigod pick here. Pulse now down. That's going to be the off support for EXO falling. Self-destruct coming over the top here. Finds Sham. Yeah, it looks like the Cascade is getting back and forth here. This is anybody's game, and they're only 0.05 meters away. Paso and another one fills, entering this one, though, instantly.
With the blade there, with only 2 members left.
Exto,
that was a bit
very
of a
good job.
blade, but they held it.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to make sure that they didn't have that. But you're right, they do not have any board. They're decently close to both tank ultimates, but they just have that infra sight. Both support ultimates will be here soon, but no damage.
Yeah, Pulse 6, if he can charge that up, it seems like Cascade might be in a bit of trouble here, especially because they can just sustain that. It seems to be a lot longer, but I think it's going to come down between Kristoff and Zitzel who they can pick. But I think Kristoff might get a cheeky pick on one of the supports for Cascade.
Yeah, we'll see. That would be a great way to start this. Zetzel's obviously out now. Keep up Paso. He's in here. Keep him alive. Not going to matter. Sham just jumping right out of his sights. 9 seconds to go, guys. Sham's falling. Both main tanks down for both teams. Self-destruct coming over the top here. He's going to find 2 big ones. Cairo and Zetzel both falling here. Top getting a res out on his own. Exo is up 5-3 here. Also changing on over to that Hammond to try and get this going and install this out a little bit more because they only need a little more. Paso now here just getting bullied on the point. Not going to matter. Not able to get back here. Great job by the defense.
Did you see at the end there? It seems like Sham was playing a bit of beach volleyball with that Hammond. He just wasn't having any of it. Just returning back. And there we go. Look,
he was so done, just kept like hitting it like tetherball, right?
Exto Gaming launching off into that rocket. It's gonna be interesting to see what Cascade picks for this 3rd map here. Could be a nice Temple of Anubis, which we were fortunate to see before, or we might go to Lunar Colony. Yeah, maybe that rocket was taking the space.
Well, which would you prefer there?
I don't know. I'm easy. I personally like Temple of Anubis just a bit better. You know, you have the sun.
I do too. I like Horizon Lunar after the change, but I mean, Temple of Anubis is awesome. We just saw it on the previous one, and a very good match, right, between the previous 2. But that is after 2 games. If we're going to take a break, I can be told, or we can just keep on going on. It depends on what the teams would like. We'll be figuring that out in just a second. Let's talk about this game a little bit, though. D-Volts coming out from both teams, finding the zoning value that they really, really needed in a lot of these team fights, right? Besides the kills, the opposing team was frequently forced into positionings they were not previously thinking about by these D-Volts.
Yeah. We said both time as well. Even though they don't have a Reinhardt, both Winston are making use of those bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
But these compositions, it's 1-for-1, and they frequently are mirroring each other. So we could go to Nepal for a third time if these guys are going to keep matching each other blow for blow. Like we see one big diva bomb, them see a big shatter. They're trading blow for blows, which is really good. So I cannot definitively put my finger on a team that's ahead. It's all down to individual performance, and these guys are doing a really good job showing each other what they got. But I don't think we're going to lose the Battle of the Widowmakers anytime soon. I expect that's going to be a theme throughout tonight, as well as the Widowmakers. Not the Widowmakers, sorry. The Divas.
Widowmakers on top of Widowmakers.
Widows on top of the Widows. The Diva Widowmakers, I think, is what we're going to see.
French assassins everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, Diva definitely. I mean, always as popular as ever, right? She's got those rockets now. That defense matrix being one of the most unique abilities in the game. One of the few abilities that can that can completely negate, Hanzo ults, grabs, tracer bombs, a whole lot of different stuff. And it's not a shield, so it's not, you just pull it and it can eat 10,000 damage right there, right?
Yeah. Like even a barrage as well before a Reinhardt shield can stop it. That will break. It won't break. It'll just eat it. It'll be really good. It's certainly a strong pick. Christoph, like I said, wasn't dropping the Widowmaker, doing exceptional work on that. Phil here, we saw him on fire with the explosive damage, which is good. I think Temple of Anubis is certainly a good place to pick especially with those corridors. They up on the attack to go around to the left. That can be a bit of trouble for them. But Zedzal has gone with the Zara. So the high energy is a trade-off. Like, if he does get a cheeky pick as Junkrat, that's great. But you're just otherwise feeding him energy, which is going to be a Graviton Surge, which I'm sure Demigod's going to jump down into, and Zephyr will be more than happy to throw his Diva Bomb on top. So that'll be good.
Just a little icing on the cake, right?
Yeah. But on defense here, the Orisa up the top there, if they can break that quick, that's great. If not, that's going to be a lot of trouble for them. Especially, I presume Phil's going to put a bear trap up the top there. So if Demigod does get caught on that is going to be a bit of trouble for him. But other than that, it's hard to definitively say what these guys are going to do. Both of them going blow for blow. We'll just have to wait to see what the sands of time hold, huh?
Yo, I like it. Another desert reference. Something I'm going to be paying attention to. Junkrat, because that right room is just Junkrat haven, right? You got the big tall walls, so you can literally lob them in over the top through those that little top part there, as well as put that bear trap down, so you know exactly if somebody's trying to stack around there. Get a Sombra in the middle of her invisibility or something like that. Sham just pouring out the damage now here.
Non-stop pulling them all together just for Phil to throw those rockets right into it. The pin coming in.
Big charge. Tub is going to fall there in the middle. That's going to be the main healer down. Not going to bode well for them. Cascade is definitely on top here, and now they're pushing to point. They have 2 up on Exto.
Indeed.
Swinging going on. Sham going to fall pretty early here. Good God, these coalescences we have seen so quickly by all these Moiras all night, right? Kyra finding lots of damage there, and Exo's going to have 2 ultimates to answer this with.
Well, is Phil just going to go for a cheeky Riptide, or just... I think he's going to jump down and delay the inevitable. But really good work there by Cascade. They, even though they had the Junkrat and the confined into that room, they didn't let themselves get picked. They kept the shield up and they kept going. And that bubble management as well for the Rhine, just to go straight across the bridge and then just pin one of the guys, and they just enveloped the rest of the team, which was a good take for them. And the rest, Riptide going around the back. It's rolling.
Going the back here, yep. Takes out Passo, finds the value that he wants. Phil might have been pulling that one and then switching off, but after that, he is definitely going to stay on. They have a lot of explosive damage here, Clicks, between the Pharah and the Phil. Pharah and Phil, there you go, a combination, and Pharah Phil implies, right, the alliteration, I love it. There are lots of burst explosive damage here. These ultimates are going to set up some really big team fights and very flashy deaths against Cascade if they're able to get it up. Passo is going to have that shatter here soon. There it is! Doesn't get Sham though, because he's already dead. Both Reinhardt's down here, and this fight is going. Zepsol falls. That's 2 of the tanks for Cascade, but Chubb is dying in the back. Kristoff chooses now. Pull that one on out here, Phil, finding the main heals as well, or against Cascade, and it looks like the defense has gotten this one so far.
Yeah, I think that initial Riptide there bought Kristoff enough time to build up that rocket barrage and throw that down on the point, which is good. But they really didn't need it anyway. But the bubble management as well there by Plies, popping that on. Even that Coalescence was going, just chunking the damage. Well, you have to excuse me.
Both of these Zaryas are going to see these grabs very. Plies drops that right on top of this bridge as they're coming across here, and even combo it with a Phil Riptire. They did that last map on Lijiang Tower, and we'll be seeing if it happens here. Here comes the grab, and here comes the Riptire. Sound barrier coming out. That's a big one around the back here, finding Demigod with a whole bevy of other EXO players. Yeah, that's going to be almost a full TK. Cairo falling. That is going to be a full team kill against Cascade, the third of the night actually.
And we can see a switch to, we see 2 switches coming out from a Demigod hovering over. Well, I haven't seen Reaper before. Oh, is this going to be an actual Bastion pick? Or am I just getting excited to hover over the Reaper there? That would be nice to see. The switch there for Peso, I think, can be certainly warranted, especially on attack. Phil in the backline just lobbing those grenades. So if he can... Oh, they're switching off. Maybe he knew and then went Brigade up, and then he's just going to shield bash that Winston. But... Phil was giving them a hard time, especially just standing near the back near spawn, with no worries in the world except when am I going to get that Riptire.
Yeah, very good point, especially with all these pillars here, just loads of places to bounce those junk grabs. Cascade is going to be coming in here with that triple tank. Wait, no, hang on. No, sorry, with double tank, double sniper, excuse me. Now they're on point, trying to contest a little bit. Paso is in the back. Ooh, he gets solo shattered by Sham, though. And instantly answered. Kristoff finding one there, but shut down by Demigod and his arrows. Cascade up a little bit on this one after the D.Va falls. Phil trying to keep this one alive here, but he has the Winston all over his butt. Ooh, very well placed Dragons. Very well placed Dragons. The Cascade on attack is not letting this up, but with that, most of their characters have died. Astra falls. Kristoff is going to be... that's going to be the last one I'm pointing here. Cascade falling.
Yeah, a lot of the time, they've gone the double sniper composition on attack, which can be risky personally. Playing second point on Temple of Anubis, you can stagger up to 5 minutes of time. You can get ridiculous holds. So they might have a bit of trouble sealing the deal here for Cascade for actually getting that final get over the line push. But here you can go Zeetzal switching it up. But that Dragon Strike was good. If Demigod can effectively find Phil or Pulsix straight away, that's an immediate payoff. But it's just a matter of getting those targets. As soon as he can land one of those, then the rest of the team's gonna have a great time. But they're really hiding behind these walls and playing defense as they should be. They know that Kristoff can be dead.
Yeah, exactly right. That's the big thing they really need to look out for. Fall early to a diving tracer here. Esto choosing to hold on point here. Now Dragons over on the side here. Transcendence, but that's not going to be enough for Phil. Astra does have... Wait, no, sorry. They do have this res on that tub, but I'm not sure if they're going to see it quite yet, given this positioning. Both self-destructs coming out here. Neither going to fall anything, though. Pulsix falling. Pulse also, or Plies also down, and Cascade is on point. Oh, never mind. They're now coming back in here. They're trying to attack that spawn door over on the side. This May is here now, and that's probably not going to last very long. Good wall here, though, keeping her off the rest of the team, but Phil is going to fall to a well-placed monkey jump, and they're almost a first tick here. Ooh, great pulse onto Demigod by Kristoff, negating a lot of the damage for Cascade, giving their only damage character here. Yeah, they're not even a first tick. Minute 45, guys.
Backwards and forwards, but even with that May pick, seemed like Peso wasn't having any of it dropping down to that enclosure and greeting May with a friendly Tesla cannon there. Sham there, got the need for speed coming on point, does have the minefield, but he's down, so he's not going to get to use that. I think the ultimate's coming up here for Cascade. They might be able to close this one out, especially with the Transcendence, keep them all alive.
Minefield down. Very good job. I thought this team fight was just about over.
Yeah, Plies almost losing it, but managed to step back on.
Seems they did. Yeah, Surface Truck coming up over there. They're trying to get a spawn door here, not going to find it. So the Transcendence coming out by Exto. Lots of pushing and shoving going into point here, guys. Cascade is up, though, with that D.Va D.Va pick. That's not going to bode well for the defense here. Cairo falling, though. Another great pull spawn by Kristoff, continuing to find the value on the DPS characters, and Cascade now playing off the back foot. Pull 6 dead, but Zetzel down and demeched on Zeppa. Patso always down, and that spells a full reset.
Yeah, it's gonna be reset for then Peso. Throughout that fight there, I was watching him. He realized all the members of Cascade. I was like, hey, why aren't they dying? Looks over to his right. He sees Pulsix hiding in the corner. They're just throwing his balls. Turns his sights on him. Jumped on him as soon as he was being 1v1. Even with the Discord on him, it just wasn't enough, and he got overpowered. So if they can recognize that the tub as well as Pulsix, I've seen a few times just jumping around, hiding behind those corners, not being addressed. So props to them for hiding. But Peso as well as Phil's has to catch him.
Yeah, the Dragons, he's going to try and find some. Phil's the one that finds 2. It's like this attack might be over already. Yep, they only have 1 player left. Full Team K to wipe that one up. Exto takes it in spectacular fashion. Very good job. Of course, they're going on to round 2, but that's a massive shutdown and a great hold.
Yeah, the first.
It really was a good hold.
And then they took it back.
Absolutely. The Cascade on the attack here. Wait, Cascade did attack there, right?
Yes.
Yes, Cascade did attack there, and I thought that team fight was was towards the end of it, you know. I think Cascade opened up with 2 more picks there and kept that one going, and while the rest of their members came back from spawn, they were able to get a good team fight there going at the end, but Exo made the most out of their ultimates, shut them down, got a full team kill to end that one out. Cascade 80% on the left, not bad at all. It looks like we're calling for a pause here, a little bit of a delay, not lag, lag being the bad word, for Zepha, and but we'll be seeing to get a good going in just a second here. Exo so far showing they're going to be on attack there. Let's not talk about the attack. Let's talk about the defense. Demigod, I would be excited to see playing on the Sombra, you know?
Yeah, especially if we see Zizel or Zephyr. We haven't seen as much, but the EMP goes in hand with the blade if that comes out. For the defensive, I'm just gonna guess before we can even see them coming out. Peso is either gonna go for the Winston or the Reinhardt. Is that Zal? I'm gonna say he's gonna be comfortable on that back ledge as Widowmaker and Zephyr. He's gonna go Diva, and I think Astra's gonna go on Zenyatta. I think that's a good pick for this first hold, especially as I said before, down in that little ditch on that first point. It's gonna be a lot of brawling, so that's always good. But considering Pulsix as well as Astra have seen a lot of Zenyatta gameplay so far, I'm surprised we haven't seen an Ana for that Biotic Grenade or maybe even that Sleep, considering both teams have strong Winston and Diva players. So Sleep on either of those guys could save them a headache, as well as the Nano with the Blade would be good.
Yeah, always a classic combination, taking them on back, you know, Season 3 and stuff like that. Well, I guess that was most... the Reaper Death Blossom Nano. But yeah, it's still definitely a great composition. And as far as the Ana, those sleep grenades or the sleep darts are awesome. I think the anti-grenade, sleep grenades, right? Just everybody hits slept instantly, right? She throws a grenade and everybody slept. Just bam, there you go, 5 people. But no, the anti-grenade is going to be the things that really win team fights, though, right? Like that anti-healing for 3 seconds, like I said earlier, just seems like forever, and it's so hard to plan for, right? Like it's so hard to plan for. Okay, we're going in here. Now we can't heal ourselves, right?
Yeah, especially if someone jumps in, it just completely shuts down the offensive and just kills momentum. Because if nobody wakes them whilst they're sleeping, then they can just focus on the rest of the team. But I'm excited, Kristoff here, not picking the Widowmaker, which we've seen, or Hanzo before. They're really going for a full-on in-your-face interface team, especially with Sham on the Hammond. And Tubbo and Doomfist, we saw him before as the support players, but I think he's just picking that for a bit of a troll beforehand. Oh, like we said before, Kairu, we did see an Ana pick. That is always good to see, especially since we just talked about it so much. Managing to get those off. If Cascade did have a Graviton Surge or anything like that, that would combo even better. But I'm not going to complain because Zephyr has also delivered and Peso some great gameplay on other tanks. So they're going to play alternatives.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be going for more of the divey, like very initial, you know, or trying to get picks off the rip with Zetsal's headshots. And just like we've seen multiple times tonight, looks like Cascade is going to be holding from the top over here, choosing to drop on down when they wish to. Ooh, Exo moving around the side here with that Goats comp.
Good shield coverage.
Tough getting a little bit low here, but Exo is not going to, nobody on Exo is going to be with very long with 3 different healers here. Sham getting a little bit low there after taking a good shot by Zetzel here to the body. That shield's getting a little bit low here. Exo is really going to have to brawl on point. We're going to see a short pause here. Let's talk about this for a second. Ooh, that was loud. Hang on a second.
I got that rocket burning in my ear. I think it was a bit of a looping soundbite. Well,
okay, I turned mine all the way down. I can still hear you though, bud. Something that Exo really needs to do here is try and get an early pick, preferably onto that main tank of Cascade, right? Paso has proven that he is really good at diving in, but if they take advantage of his willingness to be aggressive, especially if they get that shield bash on him, right? Yep. That's gonna be a really, really good way to set up this this fight. And of course, they've only spent 33 seconds. You know, Cascade took it with 6.5 minutes, I believe. Yeah, that's some great time in the bank, but ultimately we're only able to get a little bit past the second tick on the second point. So Exo needs to get a pick off very beginning that could come in the form again of a shield bash or a sham charge with a Kristoff bubble on his butt as he's going in, because otherwise he's just gonna get shut down. He's gonna get slept. He's gonna get barraged to the face, not barraged to the face. He's gonna get rockets to the face or something like that. Or Zetzel's just gonna instantly, to find a dink onto that head, and then Exo will be down their main tank.
Yeah. We can see Exo they got a more beefy composition. As soon as Peso, they jumped down from the high ground, they immediately focused him. So I thought he was going to be one of the first guys to go down. The Brigida and the Moira was focusing him, but Kari might be able to keep him alive, but he is jumping out of his line of sight. So, I stand correct, up onto the message, just into the hands of safety.
Yep, Exo on point here, about halfway to first tick. Back there, Zepha's looking since that monkey, there you go. Monkey's gonna fall here, getting punished for his aggression here. Zotzel is gonna find a big headshot there, and now he seems to be fighting 5-5 after a good res up at the top here. Phil's taking out his counterpart with the self-destruct coming over the top here. No pull shot this time, guys. Cascade now down 2 here. Exo really succeeding on this push so far. They're now, they do not have 2 ticks there. Point of now, there's the second tick there. Kairu falling. Tub doing my heart well as Lucio. Ooh, but Demigod getting shut down there on the attack.
They're on a Peso burning Primal Rage, and Zigzag chilling up the top. Getting knocked down right in the hands of Kristoff, who that high energy might be a bit of trouble for him.
Big shatter on Cascade there. That's 2 of them. Oh, Zetzel almost got taken out there, was able to grappling hook very last second. Sham is just swinging away with this hammer, showing him that this tool time, right? Attack on point here. They're about to take it 2 minutes, 15 seconds. I spoke too soon. That's 2 down here, but Cascade is not letting this up so easily. Zetzel's trying to find these heads still, and he's going to be damage boosted now. This not going to be well. If this, I was going to say, this Widowmaker and this Mercy in the back is not going to be a very good stat. 6 minutes, and Sham's sleeping. He's gonna be charging on in there in just a second, but now it's the main both healers down for Cascade. They're charging on in. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. They're definitely playing on front, and with the defense off the back foot here, swimming. Still. I thought that got eaten. Excuse me. Zetzel falling pretty early here. Cascade. Yep, they're down 1. They're not down 2. Lots of damage, lots of healing negated for that team. Self-destruct finding the baby diva. Second self-destruct coming out. Not gonna find anything on that one. Good shield management on that. Cascade's down by 2. They have this barrage. There it comes. Shut down instantly, though. Phil shuts that one down. They have 5 minutes. They're up to about halfway here. That's all done. No burst damage for you guys. Not today, my friend. They take it on Temple of Anubis. Exo Gaming going 2-1 in the series.
Interesting. First take, unlike Cascade. They just rolled on, went right through. We're taking this second point. Especially there, I saw from Kristoff, who had such high energy. As soon as Kyrie was caught out, I was a little scared to what was going to happen afterwards. But they walked on a point, and I was waiting for that Graviton Surge to be dropped onto the supports that were coming out the spawn door. As soon as they poked their head around the corner, they were met by it. So, good take by them. 2-1?
Yep.
Still anyone's
Exo, Exo, yeah, exactly. Yeah, all they need to do by Cat is to take this next one. They are going to get to choose the map.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pretty much guarantee the best chances they can get of taking the map that they get the choice of. Let's talk about Zetzel here on the Widowmaker, finding some really good headshots there, right? Starting some of these team fights a little bit early, you know, with Cascade up and Exo down.
Yeah, a lot of his targets, though, unfortunately, he had to focus the tank sometimes because they really were in his face. And we saw on that first point there, he most of the team went down and did a good job of contesting, but when it was Zedzal and just the support left, they had to concede and jump down there and die, which was unfortunate. Like he's having a bit of a hard time getting the targets of Exo Gaming, especially when sometimes they're hiding behind his shield. I'm not like
Temple of Anubis did not go as well for the Widow. Maybe towards the beginning, but definitely not toward and not on second point.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm actually while we're in the middle here, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down Discord. On my cutting in. I'll be back in just 10 seconds.
That's perfectly fine. I'll be left here with the scary idea of my own thoughts. But we're going on to Iconwall by the looks of it. Well, seems like Tugbird they're having a few technical difficulties, and he's right back just as quick as he disappeared.
There you go. Just had to shut it down and open her back up. Don't want any lag on the old mic, right? That's the one thing we input here is the audio, right?
Yeah.
Going on over to Eichenwalds. We saw some interesting games here last match.
I'm happy to see that both games we choose some nice maps that are our favorite and fun to cast, which makes it even better. I'm hoping it's just as,
right?
Do you think we're gonna get a first point hold here on Iconwall?
Well, we did see it last time, and it was definitely very unexpected last time too, right? Both teams fighting.
Yeah.
One team took it all the way, and the second team, there was pretty even. The team who took it most all the way, that did so, obviously in the most amount of time. They were, going back and forth and trading picks left and right. No real team, obviously coming out on top, and then full hold on the point. That was that was inspirational right there. I'll tell you what. Exo Gaming on the defense going to be showing that dive comp that they've been favoring so much here with the pharmacy combo up in the top. Pull 6 going back on over to Zenyatta.
Transcendence is always nice to see on that first point hold. Does wonders for it, but we won't see that biotic grenade, which we spoke so highly of before, because that can be a game changer. I think these guys are they know I want to see the Bastion. They're trolling. I think Astra was just hovering over it before. Interesting as always for Cascade to opt for the offensive first. It's always a surprise with a different map, because they usually get like a different composition, a different energy sort of going, and if they find it in the clicks, they can just get going and usually siege the gates down real quick. But they might get the brakes put on the payload, or at least this first point, real quick. It seems like we haven't gone a match without seeing Farah on this first point on defense. It just seems like too good of an opportunity to miss.
Well, it is. With this big middle tower here, it just provides so much cover for a Farah to just kind of peek sides. And look, see, she's already up to 20%. She's already landed 2 rockets. That's it's a match made in heaven. 30% now for Phil. Yep, finding it all day here. Now Cascade moving on over to point here. They are running that dive comp with Anna instead of the Mercy. Lucio played by Astra. They're trying to find an angle here, it looks like. Paso now coming up over the top, not finding anything there because Exo is doing a great job of getting out from under him. Demigod over here trying to pressure both tanks here. It looks like this Diva is coming on back, trying to take care of hers, but while they're doing that, Tub and Pulsix, both the healers for Exo now falling. Zetzel taking advantage of that one to pour damage onto the Diva before these healers get back. Looks like Cascade is going to be taking this one.
Yeah, it seems as though that Exto forgot about their healers, and we saw Zidzel as well as Peso just jumping around the back and zapping them, but Fire can't do as much from in the air as he like. Even though they're down to hit scan, it seems as though Kairo's doing a good job chunking them down. So props to him. No McCree required.
No McCree required. So something that's funny. Some assembly, but no McCree, right? Phil does have this. There you go, right? Well, let's hope so. If it was like Bastion or Orisa, though, right?
Oh my god.
taking that one as far as I can. Cascade coming through. You're gonna have 3 ultimates up. You'll be very close to this nano boost and very close to the self-destruct. Solidly winning this team, this ultimate economy against EXO. And as I say that, Phil dropping that barrage down, and that's not going to find anything. But Sham and company are 2 picks down for Cascade. They're forced to come on back. 4 minutes, 42 seconds to go, guys.
We see EXO with a lot of ultimates on the board here for a lot of defensive ones, which is always nice. Usually in these situations, we would have seen Cascade, as soon as they take that first point, they would have jumped towards the gate and at least go up to those castle doors and try to push them back. But they just seem to go for a more passive approach this time and not opt for that and just roll on through. But uncontested in the back.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, Nano Blade answered by the Transcendence pretty instantly. Not sure if that's going to be anything coming through here at full 6. Choosing the perfect time for that, and Phil is still raining down this damage. Kristoff finding another one. Cascade coming on back. 4 minutes 6. Excuse me. 4 minutes 6 seconds. And I feel like EXO is doing a much better job now of managing these kills, focusing down, and forcing Cascade to try another approach.
Yeah, I spoke a little too soon. I was going to say Kristoff there on that back ledge. Didn't really have anyone paying him a visit, but as soon as I spoke that Nano Blade came out. But as soon as that was, like the rest of the team, formed up on Kristoff, took down Demigod with that blade, and then just couldn't do anything. Zephyr can cheek a little bit of payload. I reckon Peso's got to jump up top there and say hello to Pulse 6 or Kristoff, or they're not going to have a fun time.
Oh, Zetzel finding a big one there against Tubbs. Self-destruct coming over the top. He's not going to find anything there. A little bit high on that one. Kristoff now falling to this angry monkey punching around on point. Phil falls, and EXO is down 3 players here. Phil's now getting taken out of mech and deleted instantly. And that's going to be, a Cascade roll there. Coming on in, 3 minutes, 5 seconds on this push.
Cascade, unlike that first sort of entryway near those castle gates, they had that corner to play off, which was really nice. Demigod climbed up the wall and found Pulse 6 and just finished him off with the shurikens. Up there again, look, he's not engaging on Shem, he's waiting for the support someone, a high value target to come out.
There they are. And now here's that blade. I wonder if we're going to see, that would have been a nice one to pull right in the face of that Widowmaker and the Zenyatta, but probably with something that would not have lasted long. Fly's finding 2 here. Yeah, EXO continuing to find 2 picks at the beginning of these team fights to just pretty much guarantee the Cascade's not going to get through. And as I say that, big headshot coming onto Kristoff, losing that Widowmaker battle, but the res makes that mistake go away. EXO up 6-6.
If Cascade had pushed that payload a little further, I thought they would have gone around the other side. Because it's rolled back, they've got to go in the open, which could be dangerous to them, especially in the back. That damage boosted Kristoff with that infra side as well coming up. Could be as I spoke.
Zep's all over the top. Huge headshot on the opposing Widowmaker. That was a perfect use of that grappling hook right here. EXO and Cascade. Nope, never mind. Too soon. EXO now down. Big blade coming out. Solid hold by the defense so far.
But no healers.
Too soon. I'm sorry?
No healers for Exeter.
Right? Yep, nothing to be done there. Pulse, no pulse of this team left, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And Sham, wow, now going over to the Reinhardt here. I really like that thing you said earlier. I'm gonna try and figure out a way to make that in here. Phil also changing on to the burst explosive damage. Cascade on point here, flowing on in. I cannot say that Phil pick is a bad idea.
Yeah, Kristoff with the Brigitte is nice to see against Demigod, especially if he can opt for a bit more support for their backline.
Oof.
And you said before on Icon this last point's close quarter, so why wouldn't you go with a run and Junkrat? But Diesel doesn't care anyway, catching 2.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care about statistics or expectations. He's finding headshots on anybody that he can find. Kristoff now getting a rezzed up here. Tubb finding a really good one, honestly. They're in the middle of everything, in the middle of a Transcendence. No stun abilities available for them against that res. Phil with a big one. Ooh, Shatter is only going to find Paso there. He's going to end that one up with a charge. Cascade playing off the back foot. Force a retreat. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go, guys. Flicks, what does this attack need to do to really push in here? We're now seeing a change on my Paso. Now Zetzel. Zetzel is going to have that self-destruct soon. I'm kind of surprised. I thought the Widowmaker was working.
It would in those open points, as you said before, but Peso switching up for the run, only confirming it. It's a matter of close quarters. Even if the blade's nice, but if they swapped it up maybe for another Reaper, but the explosive damage, that is a good answer.
Ooh. Big one on the Tubb and Pulse. Both Exo's healers down now, and the offense is rolling. They need to clean that up. There you go. flies now down. Sham is going to be by himself. He's going to be coming back in just a second, a minute, 30 seconds. His offense is rolling on in here. They need to get out. They're almost about that 5-meter mark. Now there's a 5-meter mark, 3-meter mark, 2-meter mark, 1 knot. Oh, half a meter away. Barely got it. Sham with a huge charge to start this one off with. I'm sitting over here paying attention to payload. EXO fighting on a point here. They do not want this out. Grab coming out to keep Cascade back here. Pulse finding one. Astra now down. It looks like Cascade might have held this. Or sorry, it looks like Esto might have held this. Cascade now coming on back. Their tanks are very, very low here.
With Peso,
and here goes the Diva mech.
With Peso in their spawn door, literally standing there, they didn't make the mistake of going out and trickling one by one, which is really good. They came out strong, presented themselves. The Graviton Surge allowing for a couple of those grenades to land in, and just one or two usually gets you a nice kill, which is always great to see.
Yeah.
But no blade, but they do have a grav, which is going to be nice for Peso. He's just going to be swinging the hammer. But if that Riptide can catch 2 supports from Cascade, they're going to shut down this push.
Yeah, they're not going to need any other... Yeah. Oh, if that finds it. Oh, taken out by a very well placed... Oh, the Shatter blocked. And Passive follows up with his own. He did get Phil in the back, so that's not going to be a whole lot of damage here right now. Valk's coming out by both teams here. Zephyr getting team mech pretty much instantly, and Sham taken out by his counterpart. Sound Barrier coming out by EXO, and a big res here. Now the grab. They don't have any offensive ultimates to follow that up with, and they do not need a one. EXO gets it done with no offensive ultimates. 7 seconds to go.
That was close there. I think it's just going to be easy pickings on Zephyr, and I think they're going to hold this.
Now in overtime, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to get that back there. Passer doesn't have that charge on, thank you. Not going to matter.
And he didn't have the dash reset from pulling out that blade to make it around that corner.
Yeah. Ugh. EXO. With a very pretty solid hold there. They made the changes they needed. Once the Eichenwald narrowed on down into that inside room, narrow corridors, high walls, they made the changes necessary, and Cascade was not able to counterpick, was not able to get the people down they needed. Did get within half a meter, I believe, but that's not gonna be all the way.
What do you think the Cascade could have done to seal the deal and get that 3rd point?
I think the EXO was the one running. Yeah, Phil was the one running the Junkrat. A Junkrat definitely would have been good. Honestly, if they had done it with a minute left, and they could have gotten a Sombra ult in there, and a Sombra ult right after, say, a grab or something like that, or particularly right before Pulse 6's Transcendence. I'm sorry?
All the sound barrier as well. That would have been good to negate it.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, as soon as the sound barrier comes out, or pop in before... they were running his Zenyatta, weren't they? Or Pulse 6 at the end. Sorry, was running Lucio. You're right. Yeah, no, they're at the end to shut down the sound barrier. Pretty much just as well, right? That really is something that Cascade could have done there. The Junkrat, like I said, a Sombra would have been really, really great. I think they might be trying. What's a good way to say this? I think they might be trying to pay attention too much to the triple support or triple tank compositions, right? I know they're super, super popular right now, but I think if they had gone for a little bit more variety, a little more moderation when it comes to heal, like a classic 2-2-2 when it comes to heals and damage and mobility and stuff like that. I think if they'd gone a little bit more even instead of just trying to be super divey, then that probably would have helped them out here, because I mean there's only so many places to dive, right? And defense can come back, and you get that half a meter away. That's a lot of yardage to back up with that defense doesn't have to worry about.
I think for EXO Gaming as well, you got to give them props for those tank switches towards the end, especially the Brigitte, because Demigod was just going to town a couple of times. Pulse 6 and Tub were just taken out of the fight, and the rest of the team collapsed under that weight.
There's the dive coming in by EXO. Now Astra down. That's not going to bode well. Both main healers down for Cascade. Everybody very, very low here. EXO going to be taking this one pretty soon. Yeah, its first tick now here. It's only going to see a contest from a Diva.
And no mech is going to be a problem, especially when you're face to face with an angry gorilla, but Cham's looking for more. I think it's going to go try and get Zetzel. I think, like I spoke last time, I think EXO really are going to get the momentum and try push them back to those spawn doors. Because if you can catch them out in there, you can get a lot of free mileage. But yet again, if you do overextend, then it could be a problem. Demigod switching over to the McCree, which we've seen previously, works wonders against the Pharah. I can see why, especially if the timing is right. But EXO again pushed off the ledge, and I think Demigod and the rest of the team are going to say, nope, I'm quite comfortable up here. I'm going to hold this for a while.
Yes, sir. Phil realizing that one, losing the Widowmaker fight as soon as it starts here. Zetzel realizing the value in that one, finding that head there 5 minutes ago. Exo is trying to take the fight to this other team. Kristoff following there. That's going to be a lot of their damage now down with Phil coming back as well. Yep, they're now pushing through payload here in the bottom. They have a couple ultimates and they're close to several more. They're actually close to pretty much everything except for that Emperor Sight that Phil has just switched off to. And on the other hand, Cascade only has that Emperor Sight and is going to have the damage or the self-destruct soon, followed by a Nano. A Valk will be on the board shortly thereafter. Exo Gaming rolling on around the last elbow here, next to last elbow here on Icon 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can see the supports here for Cascade playing very carefully. They know that Kristoff's lurking around. He might have that pulse bomb. You can see Kyrie down the bottom there looking for him because if he gets that pick, especially on the demigod, they're in for a bad time.
Full shot going over the top, not going to find anything there. A little bit high cast. Exo is still rolling now. A little bit of contesting coming out by Paso, and now we have a glowing monkey on point. Boys, calm, radiated. Full 6 falling to because it is high noon for this guy, Demigod. Falling there though after not being able to get back with Team Cascade, taking several picks here. It looks like defense might be winning this one. Ooh, big anti-grenade on 3 different people there to really just wrap up that team fight and make sure that Exo wasn't going to get anywhere with that one.
Res coming up for Cascade, getting their team back on the board. Sham does have Primal Rage, but he's not really in the right area of this map so far. Maybe to get their bridge, it'll be good for the environmental kills. But I think Cascade might be able to do a little more considering how much they have on the board, or at least maybe get a pick and delay the point. But 3 minutes 30 is a lot of time.
That is a lot of time on Watch Point Gibraltar. What they do not have is any staging ultimates here. They have the monkey that can push people out of point if they so choose. And Sham now finding value on that very thing right there. But Zepha's self-destruct is going to need a little bit more support than that. 3 minutes, 15 seconds, several players falling for Exo. This offense looks like it's going to be coming back.
Yeah, Demigod's not going to be taken down that tracer with Astro flying overhead, providing support that he very so requires. Zephyr with the DM, just trying to soak up as much as he can. If Demigod gets jumped here by Flies or Pulsix or Sham, he could be in trouble, especially with that Discord on top of him. But he's positioning himself well.
Oh no, he had to cancel it out to not get killed, but it happens anyway. Zephyr falling, Demigod also down. I think Zephyr was trying to avoid that self-destruct as well. Both Mercies down here. Attack is really taking it to him. Zetzel not letting up though, and not letting big tanks in space keep him from taking those picks down still. Full 6 taken out. Ooh, big self-destruct, made it through the middle there. What a shot. Nothing but net on that one, but did not find it. They were answered. Holy!
What a stop! What?
Wait, what? There is no distance left on that, but the gate is not opening. They're contesting with zero distance, 0 time left on that one. Sham falling. Zephyr implies both getting demeched here. This offense literally needs to be on there for 0 amount of time. They're finding picks here. Exesto, big res on the Sham, and you spin me right round, baby. Paso knows what it does for me. That's a big one there, and not followed up by a nice little pile driver there. He's not going to keep this one going, though. He does have those mines. They're not going to see it. 3 minutes, 23 seconds for the offense. Exo playing like a new team. This could be the last match of the game, guys.
This could be it. They're really gonna have to put on a show here. 3 minutes, like I said before, it's a long time. Coming out with the Hammond Minefield and the Nano, it could be dangerous. But Phil does have that blade, and Pulsix doesn't have Transcendence, so it could look grim if he does get the supports.
Here we go, Minefield over in the back. They're really hoping that Phil goes through there, but it's not going to matter. He's going to fall some there. Kristoff jumping all around, but Cascade Gaming, Exo is still rolling on here. There you go. Now going to see a couple contests. Tub. Oh my God, Paso getting all the value in the world off that Minefield. That was what, 3 or 4 kills?
I think all that spinning on the payload built that up real quick, just in time as well.
Now seeing a change from Paso going on over to the Reinhardt, so they're going to be running this Goats comp with a little bit of a difference with the Mercy instead of a Lucio. They do not need a speed boost. They do not need that much group heal, or they do need group heal, sorry. That's why they're playing Kairu on the Moira. That Moira will get ultimate very quickly, and with these long open sightlines in the middle, that Coalescence will provide a lot of value to them.
Yeah, Net Exo's gaming. Oh, we got another pause coming in here.
A-okay. Let's talk about these ultimates a little bit. Exo has the Transcendence on the defense, but Cascade has the self-destruct as well. Oh, gosh, sorry about that. Exo has the offensive Transcendence that they'll see here soon. Cascade does have the defending Valk as well. as the self-destruct. Very close to... Actually, it's pretty much just Demigod's rally, right?
I think Exto know that Astra and Demigod, they don't have the greatest defensive ultimate, so I think that's why Pliers and Phil have chose that Graviton Dragon Strike combo just to seal the deal on this last push here.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it might take
good point.
Yeah, it might
Those
take a
in the
while to
other
build it up, but when they get it, it's not going to be a nice day for them.
There's that self-destruct. Ooh, Sham gets that one off at the very last second. That shield is going to be very low here, though. Now Kristoff playing onto that Junkrat here. The attack finding it. Lots of bursts between Phil and Kristoff, and they're still rolling on in here. Sham trying to keep that shield up. Maybe keep it down for a couple seconds, try and build it. Ooh, charge coming in, but not going to matter. Gets pushed off center by Demigod after. Ooh, now Demigod down here.
Eden Dragon Strike.
Ooh, very good job here. And Zetzel was so close to that. Oh, wait, hang on. Sorry. I keep doing this. Chatter coming out. Passive finding that one, but answered instantly by a grab. And this attack. Oh, they have their own Chatter. They find one there. That's all falling. They have the rally, though. They're not going to be taken out just so easily. And as I say that, the Diva Mech falls. Several picks coming out. This might be it, y'all. This could be the it. The end. The Wayman's coming out here, getting pocketed by the Mercy. Astra falling, not gonna matter. They need people on. Zetzel is the only one back here. He needs to manage these bubbles. Not gonna matter. 3 meters away. They now have the Doomfist. Dragon's coming on the point. Ooh, Zetzel's. Oh, the Zephyr. Sorry, his Demon Magnet's not gonna be at 2 meters away here. Very close. Astra trying to get in here. Big res coming through. Kyru falling. That's the aim, and that's it. And Exo takes it. Very good job, and Mike and Walt to take this series 3-1 over Cascade Gaming. Very good job. The defense did a good job there of trying to switch in the end, go off over these stall picks. Did not happen. The attacking team was not having any of that. Let's watch this one.
Yeah, especially as well 3-1 for Exo. That might be the points that they need to get themselves back up the tournament ladder.
Yeah. Let's talk about that right quick. I'm bringing up the points and whatnot. So, Exo Gaming takes this one. They are technically in 7th.
Yep.
You know, but sorry, going into this, they were technically in 7th. Okay. They take out Cascade right below them, pretty much eliminating now Cascade's ability to get to the playoffs. They have gotten a little bit closer to Paradigm Shift and Dignity. Yep. One of those teams lost today, one of those teams won today. We're not 100% sure about that one, but they are now going to be tied with that other team for that coveted 4th place position. That last one that gets in the playoffs. That's big. This win today for them was massive.
Yeah, it
Cascade,
could just be the
Exo. Exo really, there was no leeway left for them to play any other game but besides the game that they played today. And they played it hard. What a game. Exo really warming up there towards the end, finding a lot of value on tank-heavy compositions, on healer-heavy compositions, and everything in between.
In both games as well, we've seen such a variety of different compositions and playstyle. It's been absolutely outstanding. What a way to finish my Monday night, at least. Anyway, this has been insane, especially the game between MAWF Black as well as Surge was absolutely insane. I think we had to postpone the second match just due to the timing of that. That was insane. So
yeah, right. Went to 5th in the very last match. 99.99.
Especially considering Surge, unfortunately, were at the bottom of the ladder, but they managed to take it over MAWF Black, who were 3rd at the time. So props to those guys. They certainly put on a show for us. And Exo Gaming grabbing every point they can get to get higher up that ladder. But both teams as well, it was anyone's game, especially I think the tank players for those games especially put on a great show. Those guys were doing tremendous work.
The 1-2s between the Zarya grabs and then the big Reinhardt shatters to finish those up resulted in multiple team kills, multiple times. You know, Exo and Cascade both I think got full TKs. And let's talk about that actually, because that Hammond play at the end really wrapped this up. The defense. What's a good way to say this? So the Hammond there was able to get right in the middle where he knew that this Genji and the Tracer would be dashing to. Right, the Mercy was not able to see those mines on the ground. So when she came in with her Guardian Angel to get away from other diving tanks, she had nowhere to go. She had nobody up in the sky. Pharah had been switched off on, so there was nowhere to go but literally through a minefield. quite literally through a minefield. And we saw what happened there, right?
And the monkey as well, when his load is looking for a way out of there. Thought it was a nice bit of ground to land on top of him, but it was minefield and instead set down. But close
yeah,
match.
It was. Like, the score obviously says 3-1, and not a roll either way by any means. Very good job. Exo taking it, though. I'm certain that we'll be seeing them fight just as hard for their playoff spot against, who was that again? Against...
I think
Dignity and Paradigm.
Shift.
Yep. So going, one of those teams will have lost today, I believe, because they played each other.
Paradigm Shift and Twist Division, I think it was Dignity and Pixel. So depending on
how many points
Paradigm Shift got, they might have secured a win. But I think we're still winning.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, these top 4 positions are not under. Well, the top 3 are. MAWF Black has gotten that, even though they lost, right? That's guaranteed. Yeah, they do not have enough games to bring that one back up here. But Exo Gaming is not out of the running yet.
Yeah.
Very good showing tonight. And like kind of like you touched on for a second, that was some very different team comps, right? I don't think I don't think we saw a Reaper second game, but pretty much every other offensive character, offensive before they switched, to put them all together. Pretty much every other offensive character I think we saw at some point. The Doomfist, the Tracer, the Genji, the Soldier. We saw McCree for a while, right? Just very, very, very extremely varied here, and they found lots of value in different picks. Yeah, exactly. And that was the other thing. Always a good strategy, right? Like what a team is going to do when you're playing the same thing, right?
You know what synergies to look out for, as well as where your weakness lies on those compositions. And we saw especially the healers in some of their compositions, if they were caught out by those Genjis, it was just game over for them.
Yeah, these diving tanks just every single time not letting up onto the back lines of the opposing teams for even a second. But just some great stuff. I think that we might be talking about an interview with somebody. Not 100% sure about that. If my producer could let me know, then we will be willing to do that. Otherwise, we'll just talk about the game for another minute or so, and then wrap this on up. Let's see, the Rhine charges too. We talked about that for a while. These Rhines were getting great charges off, but you know what? It seemed like every time those Zarya, at least after the first little bit of Rhine Zarya play, the Zaryas were really finding great bubbles to set it on their charge targets, so that you switch from being down a pick to literally getting 40 charge instantly on that laser for Zarya, right? Not a better trade-off really in this. And then you have the Reinhardt out of position, and his charges on cooldown, right? It's just an overall win.
Yeah, especially I saw in Temple of Anubis when they were skirmishing on the bridge. They're usually a Rhine traditionally, if you charge into a team, they're going to be like, what are you doing, dude? Turn around and absolutely decimate you. But they could just go in without a care in the world due to that great bubble method, which saved both teams numerous times. We saw people pin the walls, but just giving them a second chance.
And we saw some great grabs coming out too, right? On Icon Malt there at the end, that grab coming out by the defending team really allowed for them to hold with only a half a meter left, right? And that's very interesting, honestly. I'm definitely going to want to save this video. Obviously, it will be on Twitch for a while now, but I don't think I've ever seen a point where it literally it does not say that there's any time left, or there's any distance left whatsoever, but the team has not gotten it yet. That was very interesting.
I think I've had maybe one of those lol what moments in a competitive game, but I can't recall particularly.
I guess I always figured it would be like increments at that point, that it would not be possible to, the next increment, obviously you go 0.01 at a time, but the next increment would be 0.02, so they would never allow for an actual tie there, because I guess if that's possible, or if doing it at the same time is possible, then yeah, you could have ties on every hybrid map. It's just, cosmically unlikely.
Yeah. I think we could go on forever, Tugboat, but I think it might be time to wrap it up. Thank you for everyone at home for tuning into the AOE Rise Up Invitational. Next week, we still have 1 or 2 more weeks of round robin play, so be sure to tune into those and catch up on all the action available on the website, or I believe on Twitter as well. I think they're posting information there. Shout out to our producer, Dead Signal, as always doing a fantastic job. My name is Flix, doing your vivid color commentary, and joining me from across the pond is
your play-by-play caster, FBI Tugboat. Some great games today. Tune in next week, same time, same place. Thanks for watching, guys.